Broadly speaking, there are two types of tablet, those that are iPads and those that are not, and this falls into the latter category. Unlike most tablets that aren't iPads, however, the HP does something rather different. It doesn't use Android. The HP Touchpad has its own operating system called Palm OS, and we really like it. It's simple to use with some excellent built-in features. Apps on Palm OS are launched from the menu at the bottom, with more stored in the launcher, which is accessed by pressing the arrow button. Navigating through open applications is swift, and the touchpad breezes along fairly seamlessly. A lot of the gestures are also rather nice. Removing an app from the homepage can be done with a swish upwards or a pull and release downwards. Unfortunately, the touchpad is let down, somewhat predictably, by a lack of available applications. While the ones developed by HP for the Palm OS specifically are great, there's not much else out there. A quick browse through the App Store on the Palm OS reveals a barren world of strangely titled and unofficial apps, most of which are fairly rubbish. Much like the iPad, there's one button at the bottom of the touchpad, which is used for exiting menus and apps to return to the main home screen. There's also a volume control button on the side and a lock button on the top. The touchpad has a bit of a nasty habit of picking up every fingerprint smudge going, so it looks great, providing you don't touch it, which is a bit ironic given its name and purpose. The black plastic finish doesn't feel all that nice either, so all in all, the touchpad ends up feeling just a little bit low budget. Still, it's well enough made and isn't as creaky as some other non-iPad tablets. Unfortunately for sturdy C weighty, the touchpad isn't exactly light as a feather, and holding it for prolonged periods of time is uncomfortable. While there's no 3G version, that's in the pipeline, so the touchpad is currently Wi-Fi only. This limits its portability somewhat, so we couldn't check our email or catch up on the news on the go, unless there was a Wi-Fi hotspot nearby. The price, too, is fairly unsurprising, $399 for 16 gig or $479 for 32 gig. And while it's an impressive first effort, the HP Touchpad suffers from a somewhat predictable teething problem. Tablets are all about apps, and this one just doesn't have any.